Hey now, this is exciting news. I am going to be with Mike Junkwax Hero tonight on his live stream for a few minutes. I don't know how long Mike will allow me to grace his channel, but I appreciate it. And one thing Mike does every Sunday, and I really enjoy it, is he does this like rounding the bases. And there's a lot of autograph news going on, baseball autographs specifically. And I thought, in case people are wondering, I thought I'd take a stab at it also because I just wanted, there's like interesting stuff going on, nothing to do with the autograph analysis. I'm going to shoot Larry Lajoie right after this video. So, and before I get to that, one thing I will be talking about Mike tonight is my last video I shot, I talked about selling a lot of my collection. So I want to go a little more with that with Mike tonight. But I thought we just like look at like some of the baseball ramblings going on when it comes to autographs. So without any further ado, I'm going to share my screen and we're going to go around the bases. But again, I don't want to impede into Mike's territory. And we're going to just do, what's it called? We're just going to do baseball autographs only. How does that sound? Sound good? Okay, let's do it. Share my screen. Not like that. Like this. There we go. So first thing I want to start with is OuterSafe. And real quickly, I have nothing to do with OuterSafe. I think they're a great group. I get nothing from them. I just think they do an excellent job. They're very cost effective. And a lot of times people will email me their autographs. And even after I give them my opinion, they still want another opinion. And I tell them, go to OuterSafe, even though I get nothing from them. I've even had an argument with one of their admins. They commented on one of my videos where I thought one of their autographs that received a good authentication was still no good. But anyways, they do a great job. Nothing bad I can say about them. If you go through them, they're changing their policies. So they're charging $6 for every autograph they analyze pretty much. And honestly, it's a great deal. It's a great deal. I get nothing from them. This is a free shout out to them. And they do not look at basically pre-World War II items, which I understand. I think they're a younger group. They don't understand. Not that I don't understand. It's just it's tougher to look at older stuff. But what they previously would not do is they would not look at baseball cards. And so now they're going to start including baseball cards again. So, I mean, I'm always happy to look at stuff for free, but even I don't know everything, and I'm just one person. They have a strong admin group there. So if you have a chance, check them out. They are great. Secondly, and even more importantly, we just did Sandy Koufax recently, and I talked about his autographs. And so Sandy is doing another private signing. And you're going to look at these prices, and you're going to say they're insane. And I agree to an extent. This is a send-in. He's only taking 25 items, private signing. Again, Sandy's 89 years old. The odds of him doing a public signing probably are 0% right now. You could see basically autographs start at $1,250, and the top end, the tier 5, as they like to say, is I don't know. I don't know what they would charge. I'm not calling. I'm not finding out. He's been with Harlan Werner forever. That's Clayton Kershaw's agent as well. If it were me, I would not be paying $1,250 for a single sign baseball or a photo. You can get those unless you need to add his signature to a piece, a multi-sign piece already. You can find them much cheaper on eBay. Like I said, he's been doing signings since the early 80s. But however, if you have something specific that you want signed in, it's worth checking out. And if you want a card signed, he was not signed in 1997. Like I said before, was the last time he did a public signing. And even back then, 97, God, that's, I don't know, 28 years ago, people weren't getting cards signed really. So, or these tickets, they weren't getting signed. So if you need these tier 2 through 4 items, it may be worth it. I mean, it's not cheap, but listen, this is America. You can charge what you want. And people are going to say, this is insane. This is so expensive. Well, guess what? As expensive as this was, I had to find this out. And this is some foreign website, obviously. But Tom Brady did a signing last year with Fanatics and was charging even more. Tom Brady's younger. He's going to be signing longer. I think his health is still very good. So, and he was starting at $2,000, and his inscriptions were another $2,000 for only certain inscriptions. So, again, It's a lot of money, yeah. But again, only 25 signatures available, and guess what? They will sell out. I guarantee you these 25 signatures will sell out. So if you've been sitting on a Sandy Koufax item that you need signed, listen, I'm not telling you how to spend your money, but I don't want to hear complaints about how much he's charging. If you don't want his autograph, don't pay for it. That's what makes America great. Don't pay for it. So yeah, Sandy Koufax, very rare public signing, 89 years old. For all I know, this may be your last chance to get Sandy Koufax. So supply and demand. The demand is tremendous. The supply for some of these items are very small. So this is what the autograph market can bear. So go for it, Sandy Koufax. Good for you for commanding these prices, and you can get it. Get it. A big show every year, I've never gone to this show, is this Pinstripe Pride show. And they always bring in a lot of former Yankees to come to the show. And I was looking at the list this year. There's no one like, oh my God, you got to get this guy. Like last year, I remember they had Anthony Volpe, I want to say. I can pronounce his name wrong. He was like $200, but then again, he was a huge draw. So looking at the names here, nothing stuck out to me until I was going further down. And I see Tommy John's going to be there. And Tommy John hasn't done a show, I think, in 2 years. And again, he was charging $40, but now he's arguably, I know this is a very weak argument, but he's arguably the greatest living player not in the Hall of Fame. And he hasn't done a show in a while. So he's charging $125, and that's a lot of money. But again, I think Tommy's got to be in his late 80s as well. And he's doing 2 days there. He lives, I want to say, in Vancouver. He does not do many appearances at all. And so if you think he's going to get in the Hall of Fame and you have, let's say, a Hall of Fame logo baseball, this may be your last chance to get Tommy John. I mean, I was like really surprised that they got him to come in. So he's charging $125. You can see he's not signing any inscriptions. What's it called? He's not going to sign anything. A lot of restrictions on his autographs, as you can see right here. And the photo ops, he will not do any post photos unless you want to pay for a photo. But again, in his autograph, my guess, what you see right here, this is nice. It's a very sloppy autograph. If you watch one of my last videos, you'll see that. But this could be arguably one of your last chances to get Tommy John's autograph. And if, again, he got 7 out of, he needed 12 votes, he got 7, so he got over 50%. So 3 years from now, if he's still alive, maybe he gets in the Hall of Fame. So like if you want those Hall of Fame logo balls, this is your last chance arguably to get it. So I thought this was very interesting. So whatever, this is all refund. So yeah, Tommy John, very interesting, very rare signing. So this is, if you're looking to get Tommy John, this I recommend either mailing it in. I'm a big person of going in person, so I maybe would splurge for it. Again, not a rare autograph. There's quite a few of his out there. You can pick it up probably for $10-20 just to get a certified autograph. But if you wanted something specifically signed, this is probably the time to do it. So I know Mike, baseball collector, touched on this a little while ago. Well, first of all, this is the Tristars coming up. They're doing a Houston show. And I don't know if you heard the news with Ryan Sandburg. Again, his cancer has come back, unfortunately, and I wish him nothing but the best. He is still scheduled to be at the Houston show. So, again, I hate to sound morbid. I'm really not trying to do this. But, again, I don't know if he's going to make this appearance or not. I hope he does. And if he does, again, I think his autograph prices are sort of undervalued. His autograph is pretty sloppy. You can see right there. But may want to consider that. And again, the national show is out. And people are, I mean, I'm glad they're announcing guests earlier and earlier. So this is 2024. They're already announcing guests for August. I like that. Prices are insane. And people say it's not worth paying prices for Adrian Beltre. Yeah, granted, first ballot Hall of Famer, great. $265. And my argument to that, again, is if you don't like the prices, don't get it. You are paying a premium, not only to meet the player in person, but to bring all these players in one central location. And you have a chance to meet all these great players. And again, a lot of them have done shows before. I'm not saying they haven't. So you can see the list right here. I'm going to go back one more page. So and again, they're gonna announce so many more names, but this is like the initial list. Again, Beltray, Todd Helton. You can see who hasn't done a show before. Sorry, who hasn't done the national before. They're bringing in Patrick Ewing for a rare appearance, and he hated signing autographs. This is probably his second or third show, and if you go, don't expect him to smile or anything. But again, he's a legend, Dream Teamer, original Dream Teamer. So expect to pay extra to get your stuff signed. To me, it's worth it. I always like to tell the story. 1994 National, Mickey Mantle was there. Wanted $80 an autograph. He was $50 more than the next highest, or 40, double of Carl Yastrzemski, who was 40 at the show. So, and I didn't pay it, and he was dead a year later, and I regret it to this day. So, if you're going to the National, I always like getting an autograph in person and a chance to meet the celebrities. Yeah, you're paying an extra premium, but and it's not for investment purposes. It's just the opportunity to meet the players. So that's just my 2 cents. What do I got right here? I'm going to skip this Facebook post. Paul Skenes private signing coming up. Again, it's interesting that saying that everyone's advertising that this will be his only private signing, and like the wording has changed significantly. Now it's his only private signing until they say it was going to be his only private signing of 2025. Now it's his only private signing until after the 2025 season. Like, no kidding. I don't expect many of these players to do private signings during the season. And if you look at Paul Skenes' private signing, everyone's advertising about it. And the OC Dugout, Power Sports Memorabilia, Alan Moore. And again, these are all reputable dealers. I'm not saying they're not, but really they're all through Legend Sports Memorabilia. And I've worked with Legend Sports before directly to bring in Hall of Famers to the Detroit area. And they're good people. And they are an exclusive to many of the greats. So Paul Skenes, Derek Jeter, Mike Trout, they're all through Mason Miller. Like, some of these guys not so great, but again, all these Ted Simmons, they're all Freddie Freeman. They're all through Major League Alumni Association, which has branded themselves as Legend Memorabilia. And the one thing I like about them is a portion of all these players' signings go to help former Major League players. Not all of them are Hall of Famers that make a lot of money. A lot of them need assistance. And so the Major League Alumni Association has this private signing. And they don't advertise this, but I mean, it's commonly known that a portion of all these proceeds go to help with the alumni that are suffering. So like, even like, yeah, it's a lot of money. I know Freddie Freeman's sending and starting at like $500. It's insane. It's not even a nice autograph, to be honest, Freddie Freeman. But anyways, so if I were doing a private signing through one of these guys, I would send it directly to the source. I don't want to go through someone who's going to be there, and if something goes wrong, they have to go through Legends. Just send it directly to Legends. So that's how I would do. And that is like my around the bases with autograph signings. There's a couple more things I wanted to talk about, but I thought maybe I'd save it for a future episode. I don't know if people like me doing this. Mike, I don't know if you feel I'm stealing from you. We could talk about that tonight, but I'm excited to get on there and talk. And so that's all I got for right now. Like I said, Larry Lajoie is coming up next. So thank you so much for watching. If you hit the like button, I'd be appreciative. If you have any comments, I'd be appreciative. Keep collecting.